from the betting capital of the world. Giving raw and real breakdowns of mixed martial arts and recapping UFC events like no one else, with producer Martin on the ones and twos and combat sports betting expert Effie. You're listening to Any Action Sportscast. Any Action Sportscast. So put your headphones on and let's take this podcast to the next level.
This isn't a podcast. It's a sportscast.
What is up, guys? We are back. It's your boy Effie with Any Action Sportscast, here to go over UFC Vegas 70. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. We are coming off another profitable week where our bets went 3-2, pushing our winning streak to 4 straight winning weeks. That's 1 month straight where the bookies haven't taken a single dollar from us, and we're trying to extend it to 5 straight winning weeks this week. Our longest streak in our show's history is 6 weeks, so we're trying to set a new record here on this run. It's been a good run, so do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We're starting to get our numbers up, and we're going to hit 175 subscribers soon. I really do appreciate all the support and feedback that we get on our picks and our bets. So without any further ado, let's get right into this week's fights. The first fight that I want to talk about tonight is a lightweight fight that I'm extremely excited for. I have no idea why this fight is on the prelims. It should be on the main card, but hey, it is. I'm talking about Nurullo Aliev taking on Rafael Alves. Aliev making his UFC debut undefeated 8-0, currently sitting as a -165 favorite. Rafael Alves on the other side coming in after getting finished by Drew Dober with a 20-11 record, currently sitting as a +140 underdog. This betting line is moving a bit as money's coming in on the UFC debutant, and he's currently sitting around -170 right now, whereas Alves, the UFC veteran, currently sitting around +150 at most books. There is an age gap in this fight, as the Tajikistan Eagle will be 23 years old compared to Alves, 32 years old. 5'10 compared to 5'8, 72-inch reach compared to a 68-inch reach. Now, guys, if you look at this guy over here, Aliev, he's made his Dana White Contender Series win. And, bro, he's straight up a Khabib clone. This guy looks like Khabib, fights like Khabib, acts like Khabib. But the big thing is he fights just like Khabib, man. I'm going with Alves here. I know I'm coming out strong, immediately picking out an underdog here. I'm going to be betting on Rafael Alves. I want to see how far this line can go into plus money territory, because I'm just not sold on this Aliev kid. First of all, he made his UFC debut. He ends up finishing this guy in the first round. He ends up getting a short notice kickboxer, and he made short work of him, dude. The way he fights, he just goes straight forward, has no lateral movement, and just cuts the cage off and dives at you. He gets you down, smothers you. And that's the thing. He's not really finishing fights. He's not really submitting guys or getting ground and pound finishes. But he did get one in the Dana White Contender Series fight, which did look good. But that was a match-made win for him. Do you think the UFC really wants to have the first ever fighter from Tajikistan lose on Dana White Contender Series? No way, man. They wanted him to win that fight and look good doing it, which he did. Now there's a ton of hype on him, man. But if you watch his tape, this guy cannot strike, man. He has no striking ability whatsoever. This guy plots forward, flat-footed, throws in combination, but is super telegraphed. The one thing that did stick out to me watching this guy is that even though he dominates guys, he gets tired. He gets tired from beating you up so bad. The pace isn't there on the feet towards the end of the middle and later rounds of his fights. And one thing I did notice big time is that his guard goes down. His hands are by his chest, by his nipples later in the fight, and that's not going to be good against Alves. Now, I get it. Alves also has a really bad gas tank. If you want to talk about front runner, that's kind of what Rafael Alves is. Super dangerous, though, early in the fight, and I think that there's a big time speed disadvantage here going against Aliev, the favorite. I think that Rafael is way faster on the feet, and even if he does get taken down, we've seen him scramble and get back up. Just watch the grappling exchanges with the Demir Ismagulov fight, and you'll know this kid can grapple. Alves is a strong dude. He is muscle bound. He's pretty buff, so you know he doesn't have very good cardio. I think that he can keep this fight standing for, not even if he doesn't get taken down. It might take one takedown every round, but every round he's going to be standing, and at least for a little bit, and I know he's going to be live to knock this kid out. I actually think that Rafael Alves is live to finish this kid in the first 2 rounds. If he tires out and Aliev is able to get the takedown, like I said, it might just take one takedown per round to win the fight here. I just don't think he has very much finishing ability or upside here. Whereas Alves, I think I'm really confident that he's going to be able to catch this kid. This kid just plots forward, doesn't cut off the cage unless he's trying to take you down. And just doesn't throw a ton of volume. Throw the same 2-3 punch combo every time. 1, 2, 3. I mean, the guy is very repetitive. It's just that he's a monster. He's kind of a machine. These guys from that part of the world rarely lose. He comes in with a flashy undefeated record. And if you look at the guy, he just personifies Khabib 2.0. But I'm telling you, man, I think that Alves is durable enough, has fought way better high-level competition, has been in the UFC longer, and has just been through way more wars. This guy has never been tested. This guy has never been through adversity. And I think that this is a tough debut, dude. Rafael Alves for your debut, dang. That's tough, man. The UFC must think this kid is the truth. But I'm betting against him, and he needs to prove it to me. So give me Rafael Alves. I haven't decided what my unit size is going to be on this fight. I really want to go to a 1 full unit shot on him. But I'm going to wait. I want to see how far this line can go. I was willing to jump in on him at plus 135. So I was ready to go 1 unit plus 135 on Rafael, and sure enough, here we are on Tuesday, and it's plus 150 right now. So I'm going to let the Khabib fanboys keep coming in, piling money on this Russian kid, seeing that undefeated record. But I'm going with the Brazilian, man. Give me Rafael Alves to win via second round knockout. Next fight I want to talk about is also in the lightweight division, as we have Joe Solecki taking on Carl Deaton III. Joe Solecki comes in with a 12-3 record, currently sitting as a massive minus 550 favorite. Carl Deaton comes in on short notice, making his UFC debut with a 17-5 record, currently sitting as a massive plus 400 underdog. Solecki will be 29 years old, Carl 33. Solecki 5'9", Carl 5'6", and Solecki with a 7.5-inch reach, and Carl with a 67-inch reach. So everything's pointing to Solecki here, guys. He will be younger, longer, and taller in this fight. More experience at a higher level as well, and also not on short notice. But I want to make a case for Carl Deaton here. When I watched tape on him, man, I was not impressed. He is very low volume, relies on his power way too much, and has no real lateral movement whatsoever. This guy just plots forward and kind of bum rushes you. Has decent enough grappling, takedown entries. He has absolutely no takedown defense and no gas tank, dude. Some of this guy's tape was really, really bad. I watched a fight against here. This guy's name is Donis Flock, right? 3 years ago, he fought this guy, lost the decision. And this dude was terrible. When they put the graphic up to start the fight, they had his age listed as not available and his record listed as not available. But I do know that Carl has been making improvements, man. If you look at that fight, then the Flores fight, and then the Justin James fight, he's getting better every time. He does have a good amount of experience. Whereas Joe Solecki, you know, we all know he's a very, very good jiu-jitsu grappler. But man, it's just that I think that Carl Deaton is live to get a knockout here early in this fight. Carl Deaton has about 3 minutes of cardio in him to get this done, and if not, he's probably going to get taken down and submitted at some point in this fight. But I'm getting this close to putting a quarter unit shot on Carl Deaton via knockout. I don't think that he's going to win a decision. I don't think that he's going to submit Solecki here. But Solecki is way too comfortable for my liking to be on his back. And if he's losing minutes on his back, maybe that will present, you know, some sort of finishing chance, I guess you could say, for Deaton. But man, he should get ran through here. Solecki should be a safe parlay piece. But man, that beginning of that first round is going to be worrisome. Carl Deaton's been working at Syndicate, American Top Team. He's been getting good looks in training. He hasn't fought in forever. He actually had a fight booked for not too long off Saturday. He ended up getting this short notice call. Joe Solecki's original opponent got injured and had to pull out. But give me Joe Solecki to win. But like I said, guys, I'm getting really close to putting a prop shot, a quarter unit shot on Carl Deaton to win via knockout. His striking isn't terrible. He does seem to have some power, but not as much. And he's very low volume, so he's gonna have to say F it and throw caution into the wind and just try to bum rush Solecki here. And hopefully Solecki, you know, gets caught slipping and not taking him serious, overlooking his opponent here. But should be an easy win and submission win for Solecki. Give me Solecki to win round 2. But the value in that prop I'm really looking at is that Carl Deaton via knockout. Here is where the show takes a left turn. Unfortunately, guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that on Saturday I had to put down my pet dog. And it's just been really tough on me, man. So it actually affected me watching tape. I only got to tape study 2 fights this week, guys. And I just kind of put everything off and just, you know, didn't want to do anything for the last couple of days. So I didn't get to tape study this card at all other than those first 2 fights that we just talked about. So we're going to do something a little bit different this week. Bam, look at that. Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to do this. Get my face on here and you guys can see what I see. Sometimes Tapology, you know. We're just going to go through the whole card really quickly and give you my quick picks. But like I said, dude, I haven't seen tape on any of these guys. Usually I watch at least 3 fights on every fighter, and if it's someone making their debut, I try to watch as many of the regional fights as I can, which sucks because I actually like. I'm one of those guys that actually likes watching regional tape because you see a bunch of random stuff. You see a bunch of crazy stuff. Like even this girl, we'll see later, Ailin Perez, man. Some of her tape on the regional scene, she's straight up like in a daycare, like a little warehouse, propped up octagon in the middle. It's pretty wild. But we'll go right here and start off with Jose Johnson versus Garrett Armfield, the bantamweight fight. I've seen Garrett fight one time in the UFC. He was on short notice against David Onama. He lost. He didn't look that bad, though. I know absolutely nothing about this Jose Johnson guy. 27 years old, pretty similar age. Damn, he's 6 feet tall. Holy fuck. Oh my god, that can't be right. 6 foot tall bantamweight. Oh my god, 74-inch reach. So I'm gonna pick Jose Johnson on this. Wow, that's insane. No, but for real, I'm assuming Garrett's gonna want to wrestle this guy. He's 6 feet tall. Yeah, so this is actually kind of fun. I don't know any. Haven't watched any tape on these guys. Like I said, so just total complete guesses on these picks, guys. Do what you want with that, I guess. I know some of these fighters, but give me Garrett Armfield 160. Oh no. Yeah, give me Jose Johnson, the 6 foot bantamweight. No, you can't be good at bantamweight if you're 6 feet tall. What are we doing? 135 pounds, bro, at 6 feet tall. That's insane. Yeah, give me Jose Johnson on that. 6 feet tall. Oh damn, who's this? Hailey Cowan versus Ailin Perez, a women's bantamweight fight. This is the girl I was talking about, Ailin Perez. Her tape's hilarious. She's fighting out of Argentina. She's an underdog, plus 135. Hailey Cowan, minus 155. 3 years older. I have seen her fight one time on the Contender Series. I've obviously seen her fight a bunch on the regional scene. I saw her UFC fight where she lost against Stephanie Egger. I think we bet against her on that fight. Yeah, Ailin Perez is pretty much like a physical bully. She just goes and forwards and just tries to use her size and strength on people. She'll be the smaller fighter here in this fight. I know Hailey Cowan was like a college gymnast, so she's like really, really strong. 7-2, but she doesn't really do anything that good. She's not like a specialist, you could say. Pretty average everywhere. Staying away from this fight. Definitely not betting this fight. Probably go ahead and I think Ailin can win this fight. I'll go with another underdog, bro. Give me Ailin Perez plus 135. I think that she's going to take this girl down and just hold her. Win a boring decision. Osbourne, I know both these guys well. Versus Charles Johnson, flyweight fight. This is gonna be an exciting fight. You don't miss this one. This is gonna be good. Ode comes in with an 11-5 record. Charles Johnson comes in 13-3 record. He's a favorite, and wow, the lines moved. So he's minus 190 right now, and Ode Osbourne is plus 160. And we actually took Charles Johnson 1 unit shot here. We bet on this fight, but we got him at minus 165. I'm kind of surprised it's gone that wide. Another short notice fight for Charles Johnson. So if you go here, see if you can go here. Makes his debut. Pretty much gets taken down and smothered over and over again by Muhammad Mokaev, who's actually a really, really top level guy. And then has since fought twice. And dude, this guy is just super active. It'll be his 4th fight in the UFC. He's an LFA champion, Carlos Motor before he left the LFA. Good striker, man. Good well-rounded fighter. Has good trainings to train at Tiger Muay Thai before. But then, yeah, Ode Osbourne, man. Famous Ode Osbourne. We lost 5 units on him on his last fight. Sorry. But when he lost to Tyson Nam, got knocked out, flying knee. Didn't see it coming. Man, that hurt really bad. Probably never going to bet on Ode Osbourne again. And if we lose here, we took a unit shot on Charles Johnson. That'll be 6 units lost on Ode. Nothing against the guy. I actually like him. I like him enough to put 5 units on him. I think he's a good striker. I think that Charles Johnson is just a bit better. Ode Osbourne actually impressed me in that Manel Kite fight up until the knockout. He looked well. He looked good. Yeah, and I got knocked out. That Tyson Nam dude, he threw that flying knee from like 10 feet out, man. It was not the smartest move. He's kind of just feeling himself, and threw it and got clobbered. And then yeah, Charles Johnson, the Jimmy Flick win, kind of sketchy up until the finish. Flick was looking good in the beginning of that fight. I was coaching during that fight, so I didn't get to see it live. I watched it back. I was like, oh god. People were texting me like, oh, Jimmy Flick's about to bust everyone's parlay, including mine because I had Charles on a parlay. And yeah, we ended up getting that ground and pound finish. But dude, against the Zalgas, so we have bet on Charles twice in the UFC, and we're 2-0. But the Zalgas one felt dirty, bro. That felt really, really dirty. Probably should have lost that fight. Kind of a red flag fight. He let his low volume almost cost him in that fight, but I think that he'll be able to land the bigger shots and probably have the grappling advantage over Ode here if he needs to use it. So give me Charles Johnson I think he's gonna win the decision here, and we have a unit shot on him at -165. Oh dang! Up next, the return of the Monkey King, bro. Jordan Leavitt versus Victor Martinez. Jordan Leavitt comes in 10-2. Victor Martinez 13-4. Coming off the Contender Series win, he won via decision. Jordan Leavitt coming off obviously losing to Paddy Pimblett in London, where he got submitted, got his arm trapped in a body triangle, which was really tight by Paddy Pimblett. And we bet on Jordan. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a close fight. It ended up being a close fight up until that submission. He got kneed in the head and taken down and submitted. Pretty similar tail of tape, height and reach wise. Oh boy, what are the? Oh wow, so this can't be right. Jordan Leavitt here on the screen -125. I think he's an underdog now. I think he's -100, and Victor Martinez -120. People have been betting on Victor. A lot of people are fading Leavitt. I'm probably gonna fade him too. Give me Victor Martinez to win. Just not overly impressed by Jordan. That does suck to say. One of my buddies is gonna be cornering him, or I don't know about this week. I think he's cornering someone else, but give me Victor Martinez to win via decision. Tough to pick against Jordan Leavitt because he does have good grappling, man. Everyone likes to kind of overlook the guy because he's kind of goofy, but he's not like a bad fighter, man. He's pretty decent, especially his grappling. But give me Victor Martinez to win via decision. And then we have Gabriella Fernandes versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Gabriella comes in 8-1, currently the favorite, -125. Dang, I'm making her debut. Against Jasmine, 7-2 record, coming off a loss. Currently sitting at +100, 29 versus 33 years old. Give me Gabriella to win. I know she has a ton of LFA experience. Not really that impressed by Jasmine at all, really. Give me Gabriella. Up next, we have Erick Gonzalez versus Trevor Peek. Trevor Peek's making his UFC debut, I believe. Dang, a bunch of guys making their debuts on this card. The Ghost Pepper Gonzalez, 14-7, 2-fight losing streak, comes in +150. Trevor Peek -175. I've not seen Trevor Peek fight for 1 second of my life. I have not watched a single second of his tape, but I do know that he's finishing a lot of his fights. If you look at his resume, finish. Last 5 all finishes. Erick Gonzalez, he actually has faced pretty good UFC competition. Jim Miller and Terrence McKinney. But I'm not that impressed with him. Give me Trevor Peek to knock out Erick Gonzalez. Been knocked out before. What's one more time? Mike Malott versus Yohan Lainesse. Yohan Lainesse comes in as the underdog. Oh wow, +180 to Mike Malott, -120. Two Canadians going at it. Mike Malott 8-1-1. Yohan Lainesse 9-1. Hey man, this is a tough one because I think both guys can finish either guy. I think someone gets finished. I think the fight doesn't go the distance, but as far as a pick, I wish I could watch more tape and get a better read. But give me Mike Malott. I think he has more pass. I think as long as he doesn't gas out, trying to wrestle too much, he should be able to get this guy down. But Yohan Lainesse is dangerous, man. Pretty wiry guy, you know. Power. That's a tough one. I wouldn't bet on that last. I would probably just bet the under, or if fight doesn't go the distance. This one's gonna be a banger though. Well, as far as like being excited for it. Tatiana Suarez taking on Montana De La Rosa. Tatiana Suarez making her comeback, dude. Hasn't fought in 3 years, bro. She was supposed to be the girl that was like supposed to be the next big thing. Huge blue chip women's prospect. And I was agreeing. I was like, well, man, I think she has a chance to be a champ. Kind of like what Erin Blanchfield is now. But she's really good grappling, man. She out-grappled Carla Esparza. Submitted Alexa Grasso. Montana De Rosa is actually a pretty good grappler in her own right, coming off losing to Macy Barber. Oh man, what can I say? I'm not. If you watch this show, you know I do not like Macy Barber, so that's not a good look. I think that this is a setup fight, but that line is absolutely absurd. I think it'll be closer than that because at -750, I want you to finish the fight like in 50 seconds, like right when the fight starts. This person should have no chance. And Montana De Rosa has a chance to at least make it to the cards, especially if you haven't fought in 3 years, man. I don't know what you're gonna look like. But Tatiana was the truth, dude. Like, I have every reason to believe that she's gonna come back. It wouldn't come back unless she's 100%. So I think that she probably finishes Montana De La Rosa probably late. Give me a second or third round finish by Tatiana Suarez, and for her to look amazing. We got 3 more fights, guys. Augusto Sakai versus Dontel Mays. Augusto Sakai comes in with a 4-fight losing streak. Currently sitting as a favorite. On the screen it says pick up -110 both ways, but money's been coming in on Sakai, and I kind of agree. Dontel Mays, other than just being really big for the division, 6'6", 81-foot or 81-inch reach. He's not very good. Like I don't really know what he's good at. Augusto Sakai, pretty good power. He fights way higher level competitions, getting knocked out by Overeem, knocked out by Rosenstruck, knocked out by Tai Tuivasa, and knocked out by Sergey Spivak. And all those guys would kill Dontel Mays. All those guys would beat Dontel Mays in one round. But it's just one of those things where, I don't know, tough because having a physical advantage like that, it has to be worth something, right? And Augusto Sakai doesn't have very good takedown defense, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Dontel Mays try to get this to the mat. Especially if you know the biggest thing that Sakai has going for him is his power. So give me Augusto Sakai to knock out Mays, and if he loses this fight, he is really done. He's fought way higher level guys, but I think that he's going to be able to knock out Dontel Mays, get inside and knock him out with the left hook. Up next, we have Andre Muniz and Brendan Allen. I actually met Brendan Allen before, super cool guy. Andre Muniz comes in 23-4, currently sitting as a -190 favorite. I think that's actually higher now. I think I'm seeing him around -210. And Brendan Allen comes in 20-5. Currently, the screen says +160, but he's more around +185-ish right now. Pretty big middleweights. 6'1", 6'2", 78-inch reach, 75-inch reach. I don't know if I believe that. I'm 6'2", and I was like a bit taller than Brendan Allen. But yeah, pretty good fight, but really good grapplers, really good jiu-jitsu players here. Andre's a kind of up-and-coming guy. A lot of people are hype on the guy. Beat Uriah Hall. Erick Anders submitted him. And he absolutely destroyed Ronaldo Souza's arm. He snapped it, which was kind of like a, whoa, put you on the map type fight. Brendan Allen coming off submitting Jocko. A lot of people thought he was going to lose that fight. I think we picked him. Pretty sure we bet on him. Beat Malkoon, where we bet on him again there. Yeah, the 4-fight winning streak. Took the Sam Alvey fight on short notice. Fought up a weight class. Him, who wasn't beating Sam Alvey back in those days. Give me Brendan Allen, man. I like the underdog. I might bet on this. I'm gonna look more into this if I can before the fights. But yeah, man, give me Brendan Allen to win as an underdog. And last fight on the card, guys, Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Superman Spann. Nikita Krylov comes in with a 29-9 record. Spann comes in with a 21-7 record. Nikita Krylov comes in with a, this line is definitely wrong, -160 on the screen. I believe he's around -190 right now. And then, so money's coming on him. And then Ryan Spann, +135. I'm pretty sure he's around +150 right now. 30 years old, 31 years old, 6'3", 6'5". And then we have a 77-inch reach for Nikita, 81-inch reach for Ryan Spann, man. So for this fight, man, I haven't seen much. I know that Spann's coming off knocking out Dominic Reyes in like 5 seconds off a power jab. That's funny they have it listed as a power jab. But man, Dominic Reyes kind of looked like damaged goods, and I'm not really that impressed by that win. At the time, I actually bet on Dominic Reyes that night, and he looked like bad. He beat Dominic Reyes coming off a huge long layoff with a receding hairline. This looks slow. But then on the other side, we bet on Nikita Krylov against Gustafsson, where he finished him, and in his last fight against Ozdemir, that was a good fight. I do remember that fight being close. But in the Gustafsson fight, I mean, that was kind of a corpse, so I don't really rate that as much. And then before that, a 2-fight losing streak. Give me, man, this one's hard because I haven't seen tape on him. I haven't really done my research as much to give a strong opinion, but my gut, just off my gut, I'm going Ryan Spann. I know Nikita Krylov has the grappling advantage here, but I'm going Ryan Spann just to be more athletic here and last and knock out Nikita Krylov. Maybe take the under 2.5. That's definitely not going to go the distance, though. I know the end of this show was a bit weird, guys. I mean, yeah, so I know it was a bit weird, but like I said, with everything that happened over the weekend, kind of didn't feel like doing tape and sitting down watching all these regional tapes. And I just wanted to, kind of skip this week, take this week off, and regroup for next week when we have a pay-per-view. The GOAT returns. Jon Jones takes on Ciryl Gane, man. I am super excited for that card. We're actually going to go to the press conference, so we're going to get some footage of the fans, asking the fans who they have. I'm interested to see what they say, man. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be picking Jon Jones. Obviously, everyone thinks he's the GOAT. But I, for one, will be on Ciryl Gane. I want to get that plus money, so hopefully that line can get us the plus money on Gane. Let me know if you're on Jon Jones, if you think the GOAT returns and becomes double champ for Johnny Bones Jones. But yeah, we're going to be on the ground, man, at T-Mobile or MGM, wherever the press conference is at. So yeah, do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I know it was a bit of a weird video this week, but we'll be back in full force. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and on Twitter so you can see our bets for this week. Probably are going to keep it live, but we are betting on Rafael Alves. We're just going to wait to see what the best line we can get on him is. We're right now around plus 150. So on that, I'm ready to go. Put a unit shot on that, but let's go Rafael Alves. Let's go Brendan Allen. And good luck on everyone's bets, man. We'll see you guys next week. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Peace.